My name is Devon Rafis. I am the founder of Rafis Law Firm, where we practice solely criminal defense. My priorities was to create a firm that we could focus in individual clients' needs and be able to communicate directly whenever they need us. I wanted to create a firm that didn't take on a lot of cases, more of like a quality versus quantity. So that was the biggest priority. How I got there really was thanks to Jaden and his team. One of the most recent wins that I'm proud of is there was a case in Gwinnett County where there was a prior attorney, a really good attorney, that was unable to get a successful result in a motion. I came on, did a lot more digging, found out the state was hiding some evidence or not being entirely truthful with the court with regards to that case. I was able to present it to the court and the judge was very dissatisfied with some of the things the state had misrepresented. The judge ended up dismissing the case for us. So that was a very big deal. Anytime we get a dismissal, whether that's through a motion or going to trial and getting an acquittal, those are always going to be huge wins, but that's going to be the one that sticks out to me the most. The biggest stress is because when you first start my own firm, it was just me. So no office, working out of my house, out of my office in my house. I was wearing all the hats. I was being the attorney, the paralegal, the secretary, the accountant, the digital content creator. I was doing everything. And so it became very overwhelming, and that was the biggest stress factor early on. I think with just trying to do everything myself, because I wanted my hands on everything, because it was my own firm. Everything was going to come back to me. And so because everything was going to come back to me and I was going to be held responsible for it, I wanted my hand on everything and I wanted to be a part of everything. And that was the biggest thing that I had to learn, is when I give someone something to do, a task, to let them do it and let me do something separate. And that's where Jaden came in. I was at a networking event and I came across and met Jaden, and we eventually had a consultation, and I think he saw all of the hats I was wearing, all of the different things I was doing, and so he had a very good conversation with me. He pointed me in the right direction and said, here's what we need to do, Devon. And not only did I hire him to take care of my accounts, like my taxes and everything like that, but he also guided me through the business and prepared me for things that were going to be upcoming, whether that be goals that I need to meet with revenue, whether that be goals that I need to meet with hiring staff. He put me in the right direction. I think I was most surprised with how in tune they are with my business and the things that I want to do going forward. So it's surprising to me every time we meet, they're able to recall everything that we had talked about last time. They're able to remember all of the things that I want to do. They're able to press me and say, hey, I know we set this goal last time. Where are you at with that? And if I'm not up to speed with that goal, why not? And so they really kick it into gear for me and make sure that I stay on top of it. Well, I mean, it's great. I think it's obviously from that beginning stage where I was wearing all the hats and had that big stress factor, moving now to where I'm talking to Jaden about hiring multiple attorneys and try to grow my business and my practice even more and the things that I should be doing. I think that's what I love most about not only being able to not worry about tax deadlines or dealing with all of that stress and letting them handle it, organize everything, but also getting like the business coach side of it and Jaden's perspective and experience on that and being able to point me in the right direction. I think that's where I appreciate Jaden and his team the most, is because that has really helped out a lot. Not just so much from the tax perspective, but just business as a whole. It's affected my personal life a lot. So I'm married, I have 2 young kids. I have a 4-year-old daughter and I have an 8-month-old daughter. My 8-month-old wasn't here when I first started my firm. It was would have been my 3-year-old at the time. And I remember those days when I first started being up in my office constantly, hours and hours on end, putting in long days, just trying to not only do the work from the criminal defense perspective, work on my cases, but the other half of my day was being spent on administrative tasks or dealing just mundane stuff that I had to deal with because I didn't have staff at the time. And so once Jaden came on, we fixed all of that. I was able to spend more time with my daughter. I was able to not be, cooped up in my office all day long. I was able to come down, make dinner, play with my daughter, spend more time with her, be outside with her. And so getting those hours back, and that's essentially what I'm doing when I'm hiring support staff. I'm getting those hours back where I can enjoy my life and my time with my family. So that was a big issue for me. It was a huge benefit, and a big thank you to Jaden for allowing me to get that time. My business today is a lot more efficient. I have processes in place. I have software in place that helps with intake. I have a paralegal who's fantastic, who's able to make my life easier, help run the firm from that perspective. And now it's just continuing to grow. I'm currently looking for an associate attorney to hire. I hopefully will have 2 associate attorneys by the end of 2026 and just continue to grow. I haven't had too much experience with other CPAs. So when I first started my firm a year and a half ago, or however long it's been, I did reach out I was trying to find someone to help me. I was trying to find someone who could handle my taxes and my books. And the other people I talked to, I didn't get the same feeling, the same experience that I had when I interacted with Jaden. So a lot of the other CPAs that I talked with, it was just strictly about, all right, we'll take care of you and your numbers. We'll take care of your books. We'll take care of your taxes. The thing that was different about Jaden is it wasn't just about the taxes and the financials part of it, but it was also about you, what you want to accomplish, and how can we make that happen? What are some goals we can set with your business? How can we help you scale? He was more involved with the business, Jaden and his team, than just wanting to do the papers at the end of the year in tax season.